What's going on, everyone? This is Sheets, and we're going to be going over the LOL slate breakdown or lineup build for Monday morning. We have a two-game slate. One match is pretty close to pick 'em. Well, not really, but JDG is a minus 180 over Weibo Gaming, and then you have Invictus Gaming is a really big favorite over WE. I mean, I'll tell you right now that I do think that WE has a chance here. I mean, they've been showing signs of life pretty much in every series. And so if I get some lineups with WE as a big underdog, I have no problem taking a shot. The other thing about this slate, which is, I guess, somewhat annoying, is that we're not exactly sure who's going to be playing support for Weibo Gaming. It was Hang for quite a while, and then he was replaced by it with Urha last time. But again, nothing is confirmed. Some places have Urha starting, some have Hang starting, and we're just not going to know until, maybe not until past 5 in the morning, which is when it starts. And certainly it's not going to happen before I go to sleep. So, this is, if you guys want to tail and sweat or whatever, I am just letting you know that I am not going to take a stand one way or another on this. I am going to X out both supports. It's just not worth it to take that risk. And I'm certainly not getting up at 4:30 in the morning to see what's going on. So with that said, we're going to build with that one restriction involved. So let's upload our projections. And the other thing we have to do is we have to make sure that we X out those two supports. Okay, so first let's put our projections in. And then let's see. So support for, so we're going to get rid of Hang. Here, Urha's already gone, and then Captain as well. We're going to get rid of, ready to go, Hang is here as well, and Urha's already gone. Okay, so let's build lineups and let's just see what we get. Now, we don't need to build 1,000 lineups. Let's build, I don't know, 700 lineups just so we played, I guess, most of the combinations. And I'm curious again to see if we get a bunch of 4-2s or 4-3s or whatever. I do think that this could be one of those slates where a well-meant game stack could take it down, but it's just so hard to play them. I mean, it just happens so infrequently that it's just not worth it. So I am willing to play some 4-2s and 4-2-1s, but I'm not going to go for any pure game stacks. Now, as this is running, let me see if there's any other fundamental research or takes that I can add to this. Let me just see. See if we get any more information on the JDG, the Weibo situation. Yeah, I can't really see it. Let me see the WE stuff again. Yeah, this WE thing could be legit. They could be legit, and this could be a really good underdog to kind of play. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what we get. I don't think we're going to intentionally put in WEs, but if we do get to them, I'm not going to obviously X them out. And I've seen this before. I've seen these underrated teams just pull off these just weird like sweeps out of nowhere. So let's just see what we get first. So first, I imagine it'll be mostly IG against JDG and JDG combined. And what's interesting is that can you play these together? Like some of these you could actually get to pretty easily. So let's see what we would get before we ran the Sims, and that's actually an interesting thing to do here. So before we ran the Sims, we'd be getting 100% IG and JDG, and mostly 4-3s. So what that means is that those are going to be very highly owned. So we probably wouldn't want to get them anyway. So let's run the contest Sims. Ooh, we did not put the settings up for the Triumphant Warrior yet. I guess we'll do that afterwards. Okay, so when we apply the sims where you take ownership into consideration, first thing you'll see is that you're still getting a lot of IG and JDG, but you're now getting more 4-2s, which is somewhat interesting. Um, so maybe I just go for that. Maybe that's not a bad idea, is to accept the 4-2s because listen, this is what the Sims are getting us, and just make, we're still going to be getting the two big favorites, right? Um, but we're going to be getting a bunch of 4-2s instead. The other thing we could try is we go into min uniques, like more than one, and see if how that affects, first of all, the destination ROI. All right, that's not so bad. But yet still, I mean, you're getting just mostly JDG and IG up top. Boy, this stinks. I really wish that it wasn't such a chalk fest here, but it looks as though that's what we're just going to have to do. Let's look at the first of all stack exposures. Yeah, mostly 4-2. So I guess that gets us somewhat different. That is definitely one thing that we can do to get different here. Let's just make sure also there's no funny business in the captain, like no teams. No, just the only jungler we have in the captain is JJ, which is a little annoying because I've been mentioning that the junglers have been really, really good in the captain spot. But we're not gonna mess with that. So for the whatchamacallit, so what I'm looking for the shock blast or the double buff, we're just gonna go with this. So let's just put these in. And then for the Triumphant Warrior, again, we have to redo that for the right contest data. So I'll put it in. What do we have? About 15 people in that one, 33% for first, and then was it 20% caches, and then we have one in that, right? So that's good. Let's run a sim just for that one. Well, we could run it for both, but let's. Oh, we did not do. We only did it for the double buff. So let's do. Sorry, let's do it for the Triumphant Warrior. And we're beginning IG. Wow, this is an interesting one to get to. So this is going to be a little different because we're getting a 4-2 with breathe solo in the top position for WBG, which is going to be, I mean, that's definitely going to be very different. So yeah, let's go ahead and go for it. I don't think anybody's going to play this. So we're going to be unique and it projects well enough. So let's throw it in there. Triumphant Warrior, save that one to contest. We'll upload those. We should be good to go. And then again, what we want to do is I just want to just confirm that we have what we think we have. Yeah, so let's go back into contests. Just make sure that we are in good shape here. 4-2s, 4-3s, team stacks, mostly JDG and IG. We have random one-offs with these two. So yeah, okay. Looks like we are good to go. And again, for reference, this is the Triumphant Warrior, which again is a little different because it has breathe as a one-off in the top position. Hopefully that's going to be good enough. And that's it. Good luck, everybody. And by the time I get up, we should have at least some clarity for at least what happened in the first match. And that'll do it.